Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. Hi. Oh my gosh, everybody, we're wrapping it up. Obviously, you know, we got about a minute, 30 seconds we got left waiting. Gonna let people join in before we do anything else. I wonder if I have any flares. How would I get to them? Is that even possible? Is that even possible? Oh, and let me join at first. I'm so joyous right now. Thank you. Thank you. Why are you thanking me? You got it yourself. Oh my gosh. We have no flares. That is so unfortunate. Alright, everybody. We're going to start. We are going to start up now. I'm so hyped. Everything is going so freaking crazy. I was just thinking about you. What were you thinking? Welcome to court. 7 years, all leading to one verdict. A verdict which you must decide. Is the defendant, Veer Misham, innocent or guilty? The courtrooms are opening. The trial awaits. Are you ready to begin? No. I have to actually click it too. That's crazy. Something inside me, rising, surfacing. Something important. Lost long ago. It's close now. So close. Court is now in session for the trial of Veer Misham. I mean, at this point, have we not proven that she's innocent, no matter what? Like, whether at what point are we gonna go back to the possibility that she could have killed her father? Like, genuinely, at what point, like, in what world could we end up back at a point where she could be responsible for her father's death? That makes no sense. Let her go. Free her. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution's ready to rock. Look at that. He's got it. He's got his puberty back. Prosecutor's ready to rock. Prosecutor Gavin, how is the defendant, Veer Misham's condition? Acute enteroconine poisoning, according to her physician. She could die at any time. Thus, her absence from the courtroom today.
What? They can't put her on trial without her being here. It is unusual. They should wait for her to get better and do it then. It's so bureaucratic of them.
That's being a little harsh. They can't delay the trial any longer, or they risk having no one left to try. A trial without a verdict can only cause grief. The records of this case and experience tell us this. Don't they have years to solve a case before it completely goes out the window? Am I tweaking? Didn't they literally discuss how that worked? Back in Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, when we were figuring out the whole thing with Miles' dad? Apologies to the defendant, but the show must go on.
Right. If Vera dies, the trial will be cancelled. I'm not going to let that happen.
Ace Attorney rules change. Oh, God. That's ridiculous, because why would they even change that? Like, pretend that this is the real world, and they're just like, yeah, no, if we don't send someone to jail now, nobody's ever gonna go to jail. Is that not crazy? What? Why would they do that?
Mr. Wright told me everything that's been going on behind the curtains all these years. I'm gonna get Vera her innocent verdict while there's still time.
So, did you just find out that that's your mama? That you and Trucy connected like that? Or did he just keep that part out? Because for whatever reason, Phoenix just decided to move in mysterious ways after after all this time. The prosecution's case is unchanged by recent events. Why did Vera Misham succumb to poison? Because she couldn't live with the guilt of what she'd done. Bro! That's a crazy thing to say. I know it's his job to get people convicted, but it's like, does he not feel a little shame? A little guilt? But Vera was poisoned with entroconine. The exact same poison that took her father's life. What better confession could you ask for? Being the killer, she would have had access to the poison. Significant, since it's rather hard to come by. Or the person that actually killed her dad tried to kill her too with the same poison. That is true. In other words, I see no need for further discussion. We could have had our verdict yesterday. Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no objections, I see no reason to postpone a verdict. What we need to worry about isn't the verdict, but the trial itself. The defense holds that Vera Misham is the victim, not the killer. If that's so, then you have to prove something. She was in court giving her testimony before us. How do you propose her killer poisoned her? Was she not biting her fingers? The nail polish. Was it the nail polish? Was it in the nail polish? Was it in the nail polish? Because she bites her fingers. She bites her fingers. Which is different than, like, directly, like, continuously consuming large, like, potent parts of it. Is it possible that he gave her that nail polish and it was in the fucking nail polish? That's nuts. Because then it would be mixed in with a bunch of other ingredients versus just being like, for example, on the stamp directly licked off and consumed. Oh, and incidentally, it would be nice if you told us who her mystery killer was. The prosecution's objection is sustained. I ask the defense to prove its claims to the court. Tell us how Vera Misham was poisoned. I've got two things to prove here. Who did it and how? Which to hit first? I'm gonna show how. It's gonna be more dramatic if I show how. How did the killer poison Vera Misham? I will focus first on the method used. Any comments before we begin, Prosecutor Gavin? Not a bottle or container of the poison was found on the defendant's body. I see. So the vector of poisoning is unknown. Is the defense prepared to prove how the poison reached Vera Misham? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. What method was used to poison Vera Misham? Do I have a... I do. I have it right here. And the music stopped. I was fucking right. Oh my god. What's this? My, what a beautiful bottle. I'd like to give whoever designed that a hand. Okay, he said cunt. Okay. Is that nail polish? It's colorless. Something the matter? No, nothing. Nothing at all. So the killer put poison in this bottle and made her drink it? You can't be stupid and bald. Like, I know I hate on him every time, but you can't be stupid and bald. You have to pick one. You have to pick one. You can't be both. Like, why would you want people to make fun of you extra? Put a toupee on right now. Because we can't fix the other. You're like 60. We can't get that intelligence up. As Prosecutor Gavin has told us, this is nail polish. Nail polish? It's like paint for nails. Is nail polish not old as fuck? What do you mean, nail polish? Do you not know about nail polish? What? Know any women with red nails? Ah, my wife has red nails. I see, so she's been painting them all this... He's actually this dumb. Oh my god. Wow. I didn't even acknowledge the fact that he had a wife. But there's no fucking way that he's this stupid, bro. That's crazy. That's actually fucking insane. Let's recall yesterday's trial. Remember when Vera was testifying to the court? Court is now back in session. Vera seems pretty tense. She's practically chewing her fingernails clean off. Not only was it, like, mixed with other chemicals, it was also being chewed off, but not, like, digested completely. Just, like, kind of, like, chewed on a little bit. No, like, he has... Yes, he has grandchildren! He has a wife, kids, and grandchildren. Oh my god! Please let the wife be smarter. Let those genetics pass down, please. God. Whenever Vera became nervous, she had a habit of biting her nails. Her nails? Ah! Prosecutor Gavin, when the prosecution had Vera examined, did they check her nails? Bailiff! Have them check the defendant's nails at once! Mr. Justice! Yes? Do you know who did this? Do you know who put poison in that nail polish? Yes. That bottle belongs to Vera Misham. Why do you ask? Know someone else who might have a bottle like this? No, just checking. Yes, you do, motherfucker. Yes, you do. Mr. Justice. You were about to accuse someone of poisoning that bottle of nail polish. Please dispense with chatter. Realize the weight of this accusation? Here, let me show you. Man, that means nothing to me, because I wouldn't get an answer wrong after anyways. I don't gaff. I don't care. Understood, Your Honor. No problem. I know what I'm doing this time. Yeah. Either way, it would lead to him. Then let us ask. Who poisoned Vera Misham via her nail polish? It's time. Hey. What's this? Christoph Gavin?
Objection!
Hell nah, he not gonna take it. What's your game? There's no way he could do a thing like that. You should know better than anyone else. Indeed. He is behind bars. I know. However, that doesn't mean it was impossible to do what he did. What? Ask yourselves, when he put the poison in the bottle. Could it have been yesterday? It could have been yesterday. It could have been a month ago. Maybe it was a year ago? Or perhaps it was 7 years ago. But Christoph Gavin had no motive for killing this poor girl. It's simply inconceivable. Prosecutor Gavin doesn't seem to think so. That face tells me one thing. Christoph Gavin's own younger brother doesn't find it inconceivable at all. Well, Prosecutor Gavin, if you feel there is a clear and pressing need, then we may have to summon Christoph Gavin from jail as a special witness. This is so fucking embarrassing, bro. I'd be cussing him out. How you gonna embarrass me at fucking work, dude? That's crazy. Fine. I've known for some time that impenetrable darkness lurked at the bottom of this. A darkness that has swallowed even myself. 1K, very nice. Oh, thank you for the follow, too. Okay. The defense's wish is granted. Let prisoner Christoph Gavin take the stand. Bailiff, begin proceedings to call a special witness. The witness is Christoph Gavin, currently residing in solitary cell 13 at Central Prison. Why they dox him like that in the courtroom? Yo, start sending pizzas. Ah, Your Honor. How nice it is to see you again. It's been a while, hasn't it? To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? It's not every day I'm summoned from my solitary cell. In fact, it's never. I think you already know, Mr. Christoph Gavin. Mr. Justice. I heard you've been doing quite well for yourself. Why do I feel somehow he's still my boss?
Stiff up your lip, Apollo. You can do it.
Does this bottle look familiar? The back of my throat is so dry. Ariadne nail polish? Why, yes, I use it myself. As did the late defendant, I hear. She's not dead yet! And? Was there something concerning this bottle you wished to ask me about? I admit, I respect her for her taste in nail polish. Her taste? Indeed. This nail polish was how Vermisham was poisoned. Androquinine, was it? You're well informed about the case, Mr. Gavin. You got nice-ass hands, though. Even in solitary, much comes to my desk, and I have nothing to do but read. Well, Clavier? Oh my goodness. Maybe you can explain this? You're being accused again. By him. Again. And? You agree with his accusation, do you? Let's hold a proper trial, shall we? Christoph Gavin, your testimony, please. I'd be delighted. The charges against you are quite severe, Mr. Gavin. You are suspected of the poisoning of the defendant, Vermisham. Please testify on this matter to the court. Owning the same nail polish does not make a murderer. It does not a murderer make. What the fuck did he say like that? Whatever. I have been in solitary confinement for half a year. How could I poison her? Her father died of the same poison, the meaning of which should be clear. The prosecution's case holds. She poisoned her father, then attempted to poison herself. Surely, you aren't going to suggest I was responsible for poisoning her father, too. Well, I'm afraid the defense's claim is sounding rather unlikely. Naturally. For one, I don't even know the Mishams. Isn't that so, Mr. Justice? Very well, Mr. Justice. Begin your cross-examination. I'm accusing Christoph Gavin, my ex-boss. But I know he poisoned the Mishams. The question is, when could he have done it? Not to mention, why? The bracelet is active. I think it's for when he raises his hand, because that's the only different pose. He looks terrified in the eyes, bro. Ew, wait, why is his hand scarred up like that? Look at his hand. Look at his hand, look at his hand, look at his... Oh! Oh! Now, why did his hand flex up like that? I was just looking like, oh, look, the little detail. He has a little scar in his hand. Well, I guess we found the spot. I think it's when he says, the thing about her dad. Ew. Yuck. It looks like a face. Ew.
Gotcha!
He don't have it far away, see? I was like, oh, that's cool. He has like a scar close up. What's that about? It was you who killed Drew Misham. I'm bluff worthy of your new mentor, Mr. Wright. Oh, really? But you see, I saw it. Right when you said her father, too. Your hand tensed unnaturally. And little devil appeared to... Remember when she said that she saw the devil? When she was talking to him, when she was like 12, she was like, that's how I knew that I could, like, that's why I knew, like, I felt like I could trust him. He was different. I literally saw the devil, which means, like, what? He could be an angel or some shit like that. She said some shit like that, remember? But she was like, oh, I saw, like, the devil in him. Ew. He kind of looks like that one Danganronpa character. Byakuya. I remember him, yeah. What's it called? Super cunty. And let's assume for the sake of the argument that you saw me being tense. What does that mean? Are all tense witnesses guilty? Tell me, was Drew Misham fond of nail polish too? Sorry, but there's more than one way to poison a man. You don't need nail polish to get someone's mouth. Then I must be very talented indeed. You see, Drew Misham was killed on October 6th, while I was already in my solitary confinement cell in Central Prison. If that's not an alibi, then I don't know what is. But you found a way, all the same. And I found it too. He did not like that. He said, They say you poisoned Mr. Misham. Where is it? Yeah. I'm sure this commemorative stamp requires no introduction. The night Mr. Misham died, He was seen writing a letter. They better kill your ass over this. I'm not gonna lie, because you're already in jail. What more could they do to you? Take away your books? They better put your ass on death row. Who's with me? Get him, because he's already in jail. Like, he's pressed now like he's not already in a cell. They're just gonna add a couple extra days on there. Couple extra months. What was bro's problem, though? He was tweaking. He better have a good reason to be doing all this. Because if it... I don't know, because this is crazy. Even if his brother lost to Phoenix, he would have been fine in his next case. Like, his name alone would have kept pushing for him to keep getting more cases and keep fighting. Like, please don't piss me off. Kind of want to cut his hair into a bowl cut. There has to be more. There's no way he just did it so that his brother could beat Phoenix right. The night Mr. Misham died, he was seen writing a letter. And troconine was found on this stamp, Mr. Gavin. So am I to understand this stamp was the murder weapon? Oh, wait. So am I to understand that this stamp was the murder weapon? Yes, you are. Oh, yes. This stamp was found in your prison cell. Ugh. That is all, Your Honor. He looks terrible from behind. Golly. Like a fucking quarterback. Order! 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 Poison on the back of that stamp? After Drew Misham was killed, someone paid a visit to this witness's cell. Phoenix Wright.
Daddy?
That's when he found the stamp. You made Drew Misham write you a letter. That's how you killed him. What? My. You've upset my poor brother to the point of uselessness. Allow me to clarify this matter, Justice. All you need to do is recall the witness Spark Brushell's testimony.
Well, that's the thing, see? After he put his letter in the envelope, Mr. Misham sat there searching his desk drawer for something.
His desk drawer?
Yes, a stamp, a so-called postage stamp, end quote.
He was looking for a stamp. Ergo, he had no intention of using this stamp. What are you getting at? What I'm arriving at is that this commemorative stamp was in a frame. It was a mere coincidence that he used it that night. He was meant to use it much earlier, well, at least she was, which is even crazier. That would seem to be the case. Or perhaps you mean to suggest that I can somehow manipulate coincidence? He does have a point. How would this witness know if the victim was going to use that stamp? Why would that matter? The stamp was poisoned regardless. The intent was to have them use it at whatever point. It was meant to be much sooner, but... Hello? Am I to really sit there and believe that, like... Whatever. Without that, he couldn't have planned the murder. What? Really, Clavier. You should be seeing through these weak-spinned bluffs by now. He's right, though. How could anyone have known Mr. Misham would use that stamp that night? Least of all, Christoph Gavin, locked away in his cell. Well, it seems that the defense has run out of things to say. You assume he had something to say in the first place. I believe the defense's bluff has been called. The defense's bluff? I'm not sure I agree with you there, Christoph. Ooh! He likes me more than you. Clavier. Honestly, I wanted to believe in you. But the defense wasn't trying to get away with a bluff. You were, Kristoff. What are you saying, Prosecutor Gavin? Your forehead. What was your accusation again? Huh? Oh, it was that this poison stamp killed Drew Misham, yeah? To which my brother responded thusly. There was no way to know when Misham would use the stamp. Yes, that's right. Which is why it couldn't have been planned. You don't even know what nail polish is. We really need a new judge. Like, this is actually so embarrassing. Tell me. It needs to be planned. Why? Why couldn't it have just been a coincidence? The defendant's case is simply that Drew Misham died by that stamp. That's all. Yeah, like, I never said that it had to be at that exact time. But it was definitely intentional to leave that there so that it would be killed. My lips are so fucking dry right now. I don't even know why. It's because it's cold. It has to be. I'm putting on some more lip oil. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, everybody. I try lips all the time. It's because I went out earlier. Dude, it's so hard to breathe outside. Oh my gosh. When you don't have like itty bitty baby sized nostrils, all that cold air gets in. And I basically turn into a fucking mouth breather. Because it's that or breathing through my nose, which feels terrible. Coincidence. Kristoff? You tried to slip out from under his accusation by changing the subject. If that's not bluffing, what is? What are you up to? What are you up to, Clavier? I could ask you the same question, Kristoff. I silenced the defense with the fewest words possible. It's called efficiency. But, Mr. Gavin, that's impermissible testimony. Very well. I shall take on his claim head on. Justice. What? You accuse me of Drew Misham's murder, yes? Then, allow me to ask you. What possible reason could I have to kill a painter?
Apollo, motive. He's talking about a motive.
Indeed. It's hard to see how an attorney could come to want to kill a painter. Now here's something. Why didn't he bring up the motive from the very beginning? Unless he was afraid it was a battle he might lose.
So, what does this mean?
It means there might be a weak spot. Maybe I have some evidence to prove a motive. A motive for murder. This is vital, if not the most vital element in this case. Please consider this when making your statement. I say it's about this vital. That's pretty vital. Well, Mr. Justice, I'm going through with this no matter what. Understood, Your Honor. I'd like to present evidence. It has to... Don't we have, like, many pieces of evidence? Like, we have, the freaking, like, the forged page. As well as, like, the, like, envelope that he wrote the letter to them in. And then let's see what you have for us. What reason did Kristoff Gavin have for wanting to murder Drew Misham? Look at that. No, there's this one. I think the envelope makes more sense, so I'm gonna try that and have my fingers crossed.
Take that!
Kristoff Gavin's motive becomes clear when we consider why the stamp came to Drew Misham's studio in the first place. And why was that?
Forgery, Your Honor. Go back 7 years. Drew Misham accepts his first job creating forged evidence.
I've seen that before. We see either one regardless. I was so nervous, and it works regardless. The page from a diary, wasn't it? Magnify Grammar's diary.
When Attorney Phoenix Wright lost his badge, yes. This was the evidence he presented to his loss.
Do you think he voted against having his badge removed as well to take any kind of, like, heat off of him? It wasn't even just to be nice and try to, like, befriend him? Or do you think he did it? He did it so that he could befriend him, but specifically to keep tabs on him. The same way he was keeping tabs on the reporter.
And this was the evidence he presented to his loss. This evidence is a fake, yes. But Mr. Wright did Mr. Wright request the forgery to be made? That was never proven.
Objection!
The defense attorney on that case was Phoenix Wright. Who other than him, drunk with the prospect of victory, could have done it? And why would they? Just out of curiosity, do you remember this letter?
Oh my gosh. Hold on, y'all. I'm grabbing something.
This is the first page.
And this is the second. Those were presented in the court yesterday. This letter was sent to Drew Misham by the client who requested that forgery.
The enclosed stamp was none other than the poison's commemorative stamp. Drew Misham drew his last breath just the other day. However, the motive for his murder was already 7 years old. 7 years old? The client who requested this forgery was very cautious. He tried to erase anything and anyone with connections to the forgery.
To keep them from talking?
But he made a mistake. The stamp was a picture of my favorite magicians, so I kept it. Father took me when I was very young. It was a great magic show. I loved it so much. The killer's time bomb was delayed. The poison stamp was sealed within a glass frame, where it sat for 7 whole years.
Their forehead.
Do you understand what you're telling us?
The one who schemed up the forged diary page was the one who poisoned the stamp. And it was Phoenix Wright who presented the forged evidence 7 years ago. It obviously wasn't Phoenix, dude. Why would he make it obviously clear that he did that and then try to kill people? Adding the two statements together, the one who schemed to kill Drew Misham was none other than Phoenix Wright. See now, no. I know all that blonde fucking hair dye is getting to your hair. All that hair bleach. Let's try that again. Let's go back and restart. My god. Sorry, but that's not how this is gonna go down.
Oh? Then how will it go down?
I checked through the records on that case when I found this. 7 years ago, just before the trial began.
Oh, old boy. Here.
What's this?
I don't know. I got it over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair.
Wasn't he still in his, like, 20s here? They mean as fuck to him. And one more thing. I'm sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly. I received the files from your previous attorney only yesterday. I understand. I am asking the impossible of you. Yes, well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. All we did was play cards. And that was enough. Phoenix Wright was put on the case the day before the trial started. He didn't have time to request a forgery. The day before? Yeah, like, why? Hello? Why is there no critical thinking? When would he have time to have made a forgery? Why did he even lose his job? These people are really dumb. These people are really fucking dumb. Did y'all not think to look within? Why would you not look within? He didn't have time to do all of that. Like, it's not even a case of, oh my god, master planner. He quite literally would not have had time to do all of that. Bro, they fucking hate Phoenix, bro. They fucking hate Phoenix in this game, in this universe. Like, there's no way. Because everybody but Phoenix gets, like, multiple fucking tries. What's it called? They take it as truth with a grain of salt. 90% of the time anybody says anything. Like, all he ever does is defend innocent people. They hate seeing him win. They demise seeing him win. It's crazy. Like, Phoenix could say, the sky is blue. And they would be like, are you sure, Mr. Wright? I don't think the sky is blue. He'd be like, look out the window. It's like, we can't do that right now, Mr. Wright. We're in the courtroom. Like, they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They just do whatever. They just say whatever. Like, my god. They just be saying and doing whatever. It's so fucking nuts. Now, here's a question. Just who was Shady Enigmar's previous defense attorney? No. This can't be. This can't all be. But it's all true. There was another man, a defense attorney with a badge on his collar. It was you, Christoph Gavin! Order! 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 What was the meaning of this? Witness! I mean, defendant! The former lawyer! Let me begin by denying this.
Objection!
It's easy enough to look up, Mr. Gavin. And impossible to prove if you can't. Attorneys are registered with the court the day before the trial begins. In other words, no record remains in the court. How exactly did you intend to prove Phoenix Wright's claim? That would be difficult. I'm afraid this line of inquiry won't yield.
Objection!
There, forehead. Are you sure you don't have any evidence?
What's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks clammy.
Evidence. Evidence that shows this man, Christoph Gavin, requested that forgery 7 years ago. Clavier? Just prove it. Clear up these doubts now, or I swear I'm off this case.
He must have thought of some evidence, Apollo. Prosecutor Gavin looks like he's in physical pain. That darkness. I have to pull that darkness out of him. And proof is the only way I can. What proves Christoph Gavin's link to Drew Misham?
Well, Mr. Justice, you claim Christoph Gavin requested a forgery of Drew Misham 7 years ago. Prove it.
It can be proven. Simply ridiculous. Why even discuss it? This evidence does not...
Objection!
Are you telling the truth, Apollo Justice? I am. Then, I say we give him the benefit of the doubt.
Very well, but if you're wrong about this, be prepared for a penalty.
Objection!
Your Honor, you do the defense an injustice. Mr. Justice is clearly passionate about his claim. Should the penalty not match his passion?
Golly! I haven't given a penalty like that in a long time. Oh my god! Well, Mr. Justice?
Fine, Your Honor. All I have to prove is any kind of link. Something that ties Christoph Gavin to Drew Misham. And I have something that clearly does the job.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Present your evidence. Show us the link between our witness and Drew Misham. Right here. Right here.
Take that!
This link... God. This evidence proves there's a link.
Objection!
That scrap of paper. I'm afraid I can't let you submit that.
Is there some problem?
There is. How could you possibly have that? You couldn't. Hey, that's Daddy's handwriting.
Phoenix, you about to get me thrown straight. Phoenix, you're about to get me thrown straight in jail. Phoenix, you're about to get me thrown straight. I'm like shaking. Phoenix, you're gonna get me thrown in jail. Like, why did you just... Phoenix? Mr. Wright's handwriting. What's the meaning of this?
I see now. Yes, of course.
What do you mean, of course?
I just remembered I had a visitor yesterday. Phoenix Wright came to my cell, except I wasn't there.
Phoenix Wright?
When I returned, I saw he had something of mine in his possession. Of course, I had no intention of letting him get away with reading my private mail.
Mail? You mean this letter was in your cell?
No. However, it appears Mr. Wright has yet to be cured of his bad forging habit.
Well, if it's a forgery, it's not a very good one. The handwriting is terrible. This is Mr. Wright's reproduction of what was written in the real letter. Reproduction?
When Mr. Wright visited Christoph Gavin's cell, he brought with him a small video camera. Yuck. Ew, he is so veiny. What?
He recorded his entire conversation with you, Mr. Gavin. And the contents of your personal mail.
Regardless, this mockery of a piece of evidence will never be accepted by the court. Evidence based on a video a man with no authority whatsoever claims he took. A man who happens to be an ex-attorney suspected of forgery.
Prosecutor Gavin.
Prosecutor Gavin? As embarrassing as this is for me to say, I'm afraid my brother is incapable of making rational judgments at the moment. Your Honor, your decision, please.
God. The defense's claim is denied.
What?
Only actual evidence is permitted by a court of law. Please remove that defense's evidence from the record.
Better luck next time, Justice.
Okay, but we know that he has the letter, so why don't we just have him bring the letter to us? Or have somebody retrieve the letter from his room? Well, we've certainly taken a detour from our cross-examination, but the defense appears to be lacking proof. I'm forced to end the cross-examination of Christoph Gavin at this point.
Apollo, do something! I'm thinking, but without evidence. I don't have anything I can use on him.
Very well. This ends the special witness's cross-examination.
He ate it? What is with them and eating evidence, bro?
The show's over, yet the crowd screams for more. Did I ever say that you were so handsome, Clavier? Did I ever say that you were so handsome? Oh my god, what are you, like 6 foot? Oh my gosh. You got such nice rings on. Look at that. What is that? What is that, diamond? Real silver? Whoa, that chain of yours? Holy shit. Clavier, I didn't realize you had ice like that on. I'm not gonna lie.
Only now do I understand why.
Prosecutor Gavin?
Frankly, I'm relieved. This has been bothering me for 7 whole years. And I'm tired of the whole youthful angst scene. Now's our chance. Let's clean out the family closet. Eh, Christoph?
Clavier, you're spinning out of control.
Calm yourself before you say something you'll regret.
Spinning out of whose control? Mine or yours?
Take a moment to consider everything you've built. Your reputation as a prosecutor. Your fame with the masses. You could lose it all, Clavier. Apollo, did you see that? He's trying to press Prosecutor Gavin.
Prosecutor Gavin, try to remember. What's really important to you?
You amuse me, hair forehead. I couldn't forget what's really important to me, even if I tried. In fact, I haven't. Not even once. 7 years ago. Finally. You just couldn't resist, could you? Yeah, right. Resist what? Presenting solid evidence? Might I request we put the current cross-examination on hold? The prosecution would like to call a new witness. State your name and occupation for the record. I'm familiar with the trial. I watched the video several times. Didn't you find anything unnatural about it?
Unnatural?
Well, you did seem unusually well prepared. I mean, Mr. Wright had only just presented his evidence. And the next moment you called and drew Misham. It was almost as if
it was a trap. Literally was a trap.
Almost as if... what? Funny. It didn't even occur to me to wonder. But now that I do, I see there's only one possible explanation. Almost as if, from the very beginning, you knew Mr. Wright was going to present that evidence.
Oh, correct.
I knew that if I applied the usual pressure, usual pressure, Phoenix Wright would eventually come up with that forged diary page. Don't do this, Clavier.
No, but who's in your basement?
Nobody. What are you talking about? I knew because you told me, Kristoff.
What?
Pressure.
I hate when my tongue gets a little tangled when I'm reading. There is no basement. Exactly. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. Ooh, say it with me, guys. Oh my goodness, there's a little squirrel outside my window right now. A little black squirrel. But did you know that black squirrels are really rare, but not in my area specifically? Like, there's a lot of them in my area.
It was the night before the trial. Clavier. Kristoff, not seeing you at the prosecutor's office the day before the trial. I won't be appearing in the trial, actually. Huh? Why not? I won't be facing off with you. I won't be facing off with you in your first trial, apparently. But in exchange, I brought information. Information? The attorney who will be there in my place tomorrow is not to be trusted. Don't even give him the benefit of your respect. Listen, I want you to call in a special witness. Then, I wondered about it at the time. How did Kristoff know so much? Prosecutor Gavin.
Kristoff, we were supposed to face each other in that trial. A fair fight, brother to brother. I deserved that much. You let me borrow the victim's belongings. You showed me all your research on the case.
The victim's belongings? Which would have included Magnify's diary, wouldn't it?
Your area took them all. No, because I remember, and I told y'all about this a while ago. It's like, there's a lot of them, because a few months ago, I actually took care of a bunch of baby black squirrels who had actually fallen out of their, little nest area. One of them died, unfortunately, but we were able to save all the rest of them, and I took care of them for a few days, and I was feeding them and keeping them, like, warm. What's it called? When I first got them, they were freezing because nobody took them inside for hours. Like, we obviously called in one of those, like, what's it called? One of those kind of, like, reserved areas for animals, reservation areas for animals. But for the night, I had to take care of them. I literally had to keep them in my shirt so that they were warm because they were outside, like, all day. And people, the teachers that were near it, because it was near a school that they had fallen, the teachers were like, well, we didn't know if we were allowed to touch them. Girl, they were freezing on the floor. Are you serious? Like, what is your problem? It wasn't even like winter, but it was freezing. Like, it was a shadowy area. Like, what the fuck? Mr. Gavin?
My, Clavier. You disappoint me. You find trees, yet miss the forest.
You're the one missing the forest, Mr. Gavin.
You can't sweep this under the rug. Not anymore.
Tell me what was going on behind that trial.
Why not? I've achieved what I came here to do. No harm in a little reminiscing. Apollo. I think we're finally going to shine a light on the black belly of this thing, Trucy. We've done everything we could. I hope it's enough. 7 years ago, the day before the trial, I visited the detention center at the request of my client, Zach Gramery.
Let me guess, he played cards with you, but you were ass, so he was like, I don't want you anymore. Oh! Did you get that mad that you forged shit? That's crazy. Or were you just planning to use forged shit anyways? You lose, Gavin. Thanks for the work. Now go.
To be honest, I didn't know what his reasons were to this day. As far as I could tell, he dismissed me as his representation because I lost in a game of poker. I can come to no other conclusion. Daddy used to say something. If you want to know a man, you have to compete. Zach wasn't watching his points or the cards. He was watching the man behind the cards. Christoph Gavin. I couldn't believe it. Phoenix Wright? A second-rate attorney who relies on luck and bluffs? He dismissed me and went with that pitiful excuse for a man? He deserves to die for that error alone. Hold it! The one who requested that forgery was... Oh, I'm not admitting to anything. My point is, these two men shamed me. I could not forgive that. Phoenix Wright and Zach Gramery both deserved what they got.
So you telling me Phoenix just minded his own damn business, he didn't fucking do nothing, and you sat there and said, fuck you! Because he got your job? Because he was brought in to be hired? Seriously? That's crazy.
So you asked Mr. Misham to forge that evidence, so you could win. But then, when you were dismissed as Zach Gramery's attorney, you used your forged evidence as a trap. You fed me information about the forgery you made. Then you gave your dirty evidence to him. You're free to imagine what you will. My point is that all I had imagined came to pass. Everything went perfectly.
See, look at that. He did all this because he was ass at poker, y'all. That's crazy. Incredible. If I wasn't laughing, I'd weep. Prosecutor Gavin? Perfectly? You're mad, Christoph. Stop fooling yourself. What are you talking about, Clavier? Tell me, how did that trial end? Cancelled when the defendant vanished. I get it. So, Christoph, you've been living in fear for 7 years. What? You were afraid your forgery would be revealed and your reputation trashed. You couldn't leave things to chance, so you watched everyone involved with the case for 7 years. He was on his U grind, y'all. That's crazy.
You know, he always felt like he was being watched. That's what he said, every day for 7 years. And I felt it too. Journal's sure he's being watched, end quote. Don't you wonder why Zach Gramery got rubbed out after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me?
Wait just a minute. Zach Gramery was seen by this reporter. How is that possible? We're gonna have to reveal. Was he alive after being gone 7 years?
Finally. I knew this moment was coming. Just didn't think we'd get here so fast. Zach Gramery's gone, missing for 7 years.
Chusey's father. Oh god, Chusey's gonna hear it. Chusey's gonna hear it. Chusey's gonna hear it.
What's wrong, Apollo? Go get him! Right. Leave it to me. Allow me to refresh the court's memory. 6 months ago, Christoph Gavin was charged with murdering a mysterious traveler.
I remember him quite well. Shady Smith, was it? Poisoned in a Chinese restaurant. Tragic.
The details don't really matter right now. What matters is that traveler was Zach Gramery. What is it, Apollo?
Huh?
Keep going. We'll talk about it later.
No, she already knows. She already knows.
Did she already know? I'm not gonna lie, why didn't you warn her?
Someone please explain this. Mr. Justice, can you explain this?
Oh my god, has she been keeping up? Has she kept some sort of tab with him? Like, there was some part of the fucking plan or something from all those years ago? So she just, like, knew when it was him?
Mr. Justice, can you explain this?
It all started 7 years ago. The great magician, Magnify Gramarye's death started it. Magnify Gramarye's death and his student, Zach Gramarye, the suspect. Whoever defended Zach in court successfully would be famous beyond belief. Blah, 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 blah. Let me drink a little bit of water. Thinking that Christoph Gavin did the unthinkable, he forged evidence.
Drew Misham?
Actually, it was his daughter, Vera, who really did the work. I mean, we fucking know this, Judge. Please don't piss me off. You took precautions when you had that forgery made, didn't you, Gavin?
Precautions?
To keep people from talking, of course. These two know too much. Leave them alive and there'll be nothing but trouble. That's when you planned your poisoning of the forgers. Nitroquinine. Applied to a commemorative stamp. But luck was on Mr. Misham's side. The bomb didn't go off.
His daughter? She saved him by taking the stamp, I see.
But that wasn't the only bomb he set up. The Aridoni nail polish, of course. You noticed something when you request you noticed something when you oh my god. You noticed something when you requested that forgery. When Vera Misham was when Baron I'm stuttering so freaking bad. When Vera Misham is nervous, she has a bad habit. A tendency to bite her nails. What's it called? Oh my gosh, when Blue Crayon said Nomici, it made me think of that one little like trend that happens where they put little characters and then they add like Sita to their name. Oh my goodness, Nomisita. Ugh. That nail polish was her good luck charm.
She was almost kidnapped once. Since then, she's been, well, you could see for herself. She refuses to leave the house.
That person gave me a good luck charm for when I absolutely had to go outside, and protects me.
Yes, apparently she received something, a gift. She won't tell me what it is. It's from that client, the one who made that note I made. The one that had that note made. Blah blah blah.
It was his insurance.
Insurance?
As long as she lived quietly at home, there was no danger to her. But what if she had to go outside? If she ran into any trouble, she'd become nervous. The nail polish would do the rest.
Like, that's so fucking evil to a child.
What if she 7 years ago was like, I want McDonald's, and then she gets to the front and she fucking has social anxiety, so she starts nibbling on her nails at the fucking cashier. Like, she was fucking 12. Oh my god. She just wanted a fucking Happy Meal. Like, could you imagine? Golly. His time bomb sat there for 7 years. And then, they went off almost simultaneously. If you're finished, may I return to my cell now? I'm not accustomed to standing for such long periods of time.
You're an attorney. You're used to it. You've only been in jail for a year. Don't piss me off. Piss me off. Oh my gosh. Kristoff don't gaff at all. Not even a little bit. He thinks that they gonna send him back to prison. No, Kristoff, we gonna get your ass. Throw you right off a cliff. It's over for you. Mr. Gavin, have you heard a single thing we've said?
Oh, I listened quite closely to your little tale. Quite an entertaining piece of fiction. What? Clavier, surely you understand.
They literally are twins. Like, they're actually fucking twins. I can't even blame her for freezing up like that.
We're back to the evidence. The lacking evidence. Nothing proves a link between him, the entroquinine, him and the entroquinine that took Drew Misham's life.
Oh my god. What about the restaurant?
You killed Zach Gramarye to keep him from talking. I killed no man of that name. Read over the report again, if you'd like. The victim was a traveler by the name of Shady Smith, about whom we know little else. You can't seriously think I knew he was that particular fugitive. Okay, then why did you kill him? I plead my right to remain silent.
Look at that. You're already in jail for the thing, mind you. He's already in jail. There's no fucking reason. There's no fucking reason for him to do that. They pissed me off so bad because they would, if it was my client, if he was my client, I could have just been like, yeah, he's actually evil. They would have been like, that's enough, Mr. Justice. We're going to send him to prison now. 7,000 years.
I plead my right to remain silent. Remember, this court did not convene to put me on trial. The defendant's name is Vera Misham, suspected in the murder of her father. My trial's been finished for 6 months now. I'm afraid we have strayed considerably from our purpose here. This court concurs with the witness. It is defendant Vera Misham who is on trial here.
No! But you were doing so well, Apollo.
As long as there is no evidence to support the accusation against him, this course of inquiry cannot find Vera Misham innocent.
Your Honor, Phoenix Wright spent 7 years collecting this evidence. You still don't get it, do you? Let us assume there was poison in this nail polish. Who then was responsible for causing Vera Misham to bite her nails? What? It wasn't me, I know that much. The one who brought that poison to her lips was you.
Oh, don't be fucking stupid. This is how people argue on Twitter. This is how people argue on Twitter.com, bro. You ever see those arguments on Twitter where motherfuckers are being racist? Like, they'll be like, they'll put a picture of, like, a monkey beside a black actor because they're mad that the black actor is in the movie. And then people are like, why would you try to call this person a monkey? You're actually fucking disgusting. Like, you're racist. And then the racist person is like, actually, I didn't say anything. You're the one that said that they're a monkey because they're black? Maybe you're the racist people. Huh? This is how they argue on fucking Twitter.com. This is how they argue on Twitter.com. This is literally how they fucking argue on Twitter.com. Makes me so fucking mad. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Evidence is everything. There is nothing more.
I believe this discussion has reached its conclusion, you bald bastard. God, oh my God. What more do they want from me? What more do you want from me? God! Your Honor! Mr. Justice, you have performed admirably for a novice attorney. I respect your partner, Phoenix Wright's determination as well. However, without direct proof, you have nothing. Isn't that right, Clavier? Unfortunately, yes, Kristoff, you're right. That is, you would have been right until now. What? Did the news not reach your desk in solitary? The eyes of the nation are on this courtroom today. This is the trial case for a new judicial system. Please! They're gonna be voting, right? They're gonna vote, they're gonna vote, they're gonna decide. Please, God! Oh my God. That's right. I totally forgotten. The jurist system. Jurists, you say? The current judicial system has been deemed too... Hold on. Stupid? Is that what he said? Because it'd be real. The current judicial system has been deemed too closed off from society. This new system attempts to inject the wisdom of common citizens into the law. I think mine was better, because you're dumb as shit. Actually dumb as rocks. Common citizens? Wisdom? Is this some kind of joke? How could we possibly... What could we possibly gain by doing this? Entrusting our judicial system to a mindless, emotional mob of irrational mouth breathers. Sir, they're listening to you. Sir, they're listening to you right now. They can hear you saying this. This is affecting their opinion. Gang, they're listening! Kristoff, they're literally listening to you talk about them like that. Common citizens have something called common sense. Common sense is not restricted by the law. Queer is crazy! We just slinging slurs at him? Nonsense. There's only room for two in this court. Me and the law. Keep the riffraff out! Out, I say! They're not in the court, actually. They're watching everything by video camera. How can you allow this? Incidentally, the one responsible for making this happen was Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright? That's it for he's about to crash out. Oh my God! So everything was leading to this. Of course. Right. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, okay. Get them locks out. What is that? Brazilian bust down? I won't accept. I can't accept this. No court! Law! The law is everything. You let ignorant swine soil your courts. Kristoff, it's over. Clavier! The law is absolute? You can't be serious. What? Odd. I thought you spent your whole life looking for loopholes. The law isn't absolute. It's filled with contradictions. The law is the end product of many years of history, the fruit of human knowledge, like a gem polished to a gleam through trials and errors. It is the fruit we receive and pass on and face in our time. It is always changing, growing. Nurturing it is our task as human beings.
Except for you, Kristoff. You aren't changing. You've stopped. You're not needed anymore.
I couldn't think of anything to say. Like, they beating his ass. They jumping him. What do we need to say? I mean, damn. That's your brother, bro. Do what you gotta.
Maybe because I still haven't seen enough. But someday, I'll know what lies. And I'll fight to change it if I have to.
Like, damn, they got on his ass. I see no need to further prolong this trial. This began as the trial of Vera Misham, accused of murdering her father, the painter, Drew Misham, however. Several other incidents were reviewed, and we seem to have reached a conclusion. Before this court declares a verdict, I await your decision, jurist of the court. For the death of Drew Misham, how do you find the defendant Vera Misham? Innocent or guilty? I turn to you now to consider this matter. Oh, that scared the fuck out of me. I'm not gonna lie. What are we thinking, Chad? Innocent or guilty? We might be guilty, I'm not gonna lie. This ends the trial for this case. Only the verdict remains to be decided. Defendant Vera Misham is currently in intensive care. If a decision cannot be reached today, it may never be reached. The factors involved are simple. Did the defendant poison her father that night? If so, she is guilty. Or was there another reason for Mr. Misham's death? Did another person poison him? If so, she is innocent. A panel has been provided for each of you to input your decisions. Are we the jury? Wait, hold on. Let me save, if that's the case. I'm scared. Where is it? Is there no option to save? I guess not. Golly.
That is all. Please, wait.
Yes, jurist number 7.
There's something in the jurist handbook here. Persons involved with the case may not be jurists.
That is correct. I've looked into all your dossiers. None of you were involved with the development of the case.
With the development of the case? I see.
Does that answer your concern? It's time for your verdicts. Make your decision in the case against Vera Misham. After 7 years, the truth is ready to be heard. Judge wisely, judge well. See, we're the fucking we're the jurists. Oh my god! We're freaking Le Miroir. That's crazy. How do I save? I want to save just in case. I want to go back and be like, guilty! Because I'm obviously not going to choose guilty. I guess not. Whatever. Like, can I hit guilty too? Imagine I fumble. Imagine I fumbled like that. That would be crazy. No, it's not Le Miroir. It's fucking... Wait! It's Le Miroir! No! 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 No. Hold on. Is Lamira our fucking mom? Hold on. Because she said that she doesn't have her past memories. She doesn't have... Stop smiling in the chat. She said she doesn't have... She said she doesn't have her past memories. So she doesn't remember who she used to be due to the accident that she had went through. She wears that fucking bracelet too. Holy shit. Oh my god. And so the verdict was reached on October 9th, 2:14 p.m. The first verdict under the jury system. Innocent. By unanimous decision. The record will show that when the verdict was announced, special witness Christoph Gavin laughed. A laugh louder than any ever heard before or since. A laugh that echoed in the halls of justice, lingering for what seemed like hours. Oh my god. October 10th, 8:30 a.m., the morning after the trial. In an intensive care ward, a true miracle occurred. Vera Misham opened her eyes. You still got all your shit in here, bro? That's crazy. You're not even at the hospital no more, Phoenix. Put that away. Damn. Phoenix. Vera, I'm so glad
Don't cry, Apollo! I'm happy too, and proud. You did well, Apollo. When I thought about it, what if Vera...
Hey now, don't you start crying too. Sorry you had to see us like this. Oh! Vera?
Thank you so much, Apollo. Thank you.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have pressed you like that. If I hadn't, you never would have bitten your nails.
No, I was wrong. Staying locked inside like that, cling to my good luck charm.
Vera.
When I opened my eyes and saw you, I finally understood. It's important to be a part of the world. To see things with your own eyes.
It looks like that poison had some effect after all. It killed off whatever was holding Vera back from life.
I knew you'd pull through, Vera. I mean, that's what Apollo was fighting for the whole time. Your future. I won't forget it. Here, let me thank you.
No, really, it's okay.
Oh, look, it's me! I love it. Thanks.
He's gonna draw us too. Oh, okay. Is that me?
She really captured your essence, Apollo. Well, I think so, at least. That reminds me. Do you know where the other lawyer is?
The other lawyer?
Oh, you mean Daddy? Except he's not a lawyer anymore. It's my fault, isn't it? I'm sorry. Oh, no! That's not what I meant. No, it's okay. I'm through looking away from things I've done. I hope I can look him in the eyes again someday and apologize.
I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that.
He brought all those things for me when he came to visit earlier.
Made this big ass mess. She gonna have to clean that up herself. Like, she's sick and weak. Has no one to go home to. She's gonna have to carry all that heavy shit up the stairs and everything to her apartment. You mean that stack of videos? Mr. Wright finished watching them all?
You know, I knew my real daddy was alive.
Huh?
I was there. 7 years ago, remember? I was the one who helped him vanish from the courtroom.
You did what? How?
I'm not telling. He promised me that day he went away.
We may not meet again for some time, Drucy. But know this, I will be watching, and one day I shall return. You're the next Gramarye after all. I mean, he did return, just not to you.
Oh, Trucy. In the end, he couldn't keep that promise, could he?
It's okay. Phoenix is my daddy now. Even if he can't really play the piano.
That he can't.
Oh, and I've got you too. Even if your voice is kinda loud sometimes.
Glad I made your list.
Hey, come to think of it. Where is Daddy? The one who can't play. Do you know, Apollo?
I think he said he had to meet someone.
I wonder.
Maybe it's a new mommy. Maybe it's an old mommy.
Oh, Trucy. Yes, Vera? I was wondering, could you show him to me once more? Sir Hat, was it? Oh, he's not been knighted yet. Here goes. Do us an impersonation, Mr. Hat.
Objection!
Not loud enough. And I like Miss Magic Underwear better anyway.
That's magic panties, Apollo.
May that be the last mention of magic panties. Fingers crossed, everybody. So, your memory's returned.
Mr. Wright? Was this all part of your plan, too?
I don't know what you're talking about.
When I lost my memory, I was reborn as Le Miroir. But you knew my true identity, did you not? That is why you chose me as one of your jurists.
You're thinking too much into it. You're thinking into it too much. Besides, there was no guarantee that regaining your memory would make you happy.
Of course, it is a happy thing. For so long, I thought I was alone. But now I know I have children. 2 dear children. I'm so proud of them. This, too, I think, is thanks to you.
Are you gonna tell them?
They do not know?
Nope. They don't know their mother. They don't even know their siblings.
I will go to them when the time is right. Until then,
Don't worry. I'll take care of them for you. They're very important to me, too. A little annoying at times, but still. I have to keep an eye on her, at least. Because I'm the only one who knows how she really feels on the inside. Oh! Your bracelet.
Yes?
I've seen a lot of mysterious things these past 7 years. But your bracelets were the strangest of all. Did we see that she had a bracelet on that whole time, by the way? I know for a fact, if she woke up with her eyesight, she probably would have got her memory back much faster. Like, that's crazy. Because she would have been able to see Apollo, and she would have been able to see Trucy. Yes, they're older, but Apollo probably looks like his fucking dad, while Trucy kind of looks like her. I remember meeting him half a year ago now, in Christoph Gavin's office. And then I met you. 2 fates destined to intertwine. And I was there when they crossed. I never forgot that. I'll never forget that. Whatever.
Such a small thing, that bullet, yet it tore who I was away.
She was meant for the stage, though. You see that?
10 years ago, during a simple rehearsal. It was a miracle no one died, but I didn't survive that accident. That's why I left the troupe, my family.
That's why there was no murder investigation. That's why there was no trial. Because I was wondering about that. I was like, how would they have covered that up? Thinking back on it, that fucking shark bastard was talking about how my mom was a hag. Man, fuck you. I hope you're enjoying prison food, buddy. I hope you're enjoying prison the way he was talking about my mother. Watch your fucking mouth. Look at him now. Look at him now. In jail with your big poof hair. Talking all that shit about my mom.
Now that my memory has returned, I am myself once more. For the first time, I'm glad to be alive, Mr. Wright. Speaking of miracles, Vera Misham regained consciousness this morning. I can only hope she's as glad as you are. It is a strange thing, fate. Sometimes a life is taken. Sometimes a life is spared. You know what I've been thinking? People don't die that easily, really. As long as they've got something worth living for. And that's pretty much the end of my story. But hey! I've still got a long way to go. This power of mine, well, it needs some work. But there's hope now. We've lost it, but somehow we found it again. That's why people are smiling again. Hope. Yeah. I think I'll keep at this lawyer thing for a while. Oops. Training time. Gotta go. Cords of steel. Here comes justice. Yeah! Let's go! Oh my god. Dude.
I'm glad you're staying with the agency, Apollo. It's like I found out my long-lost big little brother. Oh, and don't worry about Troop Grammary. Trussy's on the case. Now that I have this, thanks to Daddy.
About that. Choosy Grammary? Frankly, I've got my doubts, but had Grammary, now that'll pack 'em in. Oh my gosh. It's not every day you get a trial that rocks harder than one of our gigs, yo. That's why it's over. The Gaviniers are breaking up. The news caused a run on tissues at supermarkets nationwide. You're the real stars now. I look forward to our next jam session. He fucking, I mean, they lost one of their whole fucking members, bro, to murder, so it's not all that crazy. Well, it's finally over, you know, thinking about it. I've been a piano player longer than I was a lawyer. Now that everything's sorted, I've got time on my hands. Maybe I'll take some lessons. Or maybe I'll take the bar exam. Again. I don't think he should have to take the bar exam. I think he should be owed his position back with ease. But that's just me. And a little bit of compensation. A little bit of compensation. As it was another lawyer that did this to him.
So, I was standing around eating snackoos the other day when I got this crazy idea. What if they were golden? You could augment the crunch, or better yet, make them... I didn't see that last part. The power of science, though the preservatives might not be 100% safe.
Bro, why are we eating gold? There is edible gold! There is edible gold!
In unlikely event, you are wanting Russian feast. Come to Borscht Bowl Club. The only thing colder than but if greater challenge is being required. Oh.
Then come to the hideout. You know how to ask for.
Blah, 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 blah.
She really thinks she got that shit on. Fuck ass bandana.
Tried to ruin my damn life. Again! Shit. So,
Kentucky Pastries is getting back to its eastern roots. Spread the culture, right? Yo, boss! Culture time! This is how we write root. Capiche? But we're still about giving back to the people. Yo, boss! PR time! His little baby eyes! This is how we write people, alright? Not that Rocky's paying any attention. Whew! Kids. The little baby eyes just peeped open. Trucy's being covered up. Zoy! Chinese characters on cake was a fly idea like 3,000 years ago. Man, you want to make it today, you gotta keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's why I made the OG cracker. For real. I know it don't look like no cracker, G. But what you want me to call it? OG muffin? I don't know where all this talk about food is coming from. You ask me, there's only one food and that's noodles. Noodles forever. I got a new one, too. See, this time, I just put a big chunk of salt in the bowl. Why pretend? Eldune's noodles is about the salt. Salt forever. Golly, who ordering a bowl of salt? Phoenix's head just completely covered up is crazy. James Charles. My exceptionally inquisitive nature has won me unequivocal. I didn't see that. You see, they used to call me Wesley Stinkler. Oh, okay, well, he talks too fast, but no longer. I have a new name, one that reflects my true academic nature. Wesley Sicko, reporting. Yes, curiosity is a sickness, and I am the cure. Did Nori just get here? When the credits are rolling? Credits. It's okay, I've been saving episodes. I don't know how to thank you for all you've done. Light has returned to my life, and with it, joy. I may have lost years, but I've gained a treasure. 2 treasures, in fact. I will think of them when I write my next song. Hey, Mom, why did you give me away? Why did you just, like, say fuck it? And give me away? What was that about? Brushel here, back on the beat with another interview. How do I feel about how things turned out? Ugh. No scoop yet, but journalist competence in mint condition. And quote! I gotta go, bye! Spoken of in later games, okay. I decided to keep painting. Originals only, of course. I suppose I would have to see a bit of the world outside to find what to paint. But I know there are good people out there now. I've met them. Oh! The door is open. The world is waiting. Thank you. Let's go! Let's go! Phoenix completely covered up. That's crazy. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my gosh, congrats, you've unlocked a special bonus in the music and background settings screen. I don't gaff! Show me that picture. What the hell?! Oh, okay, well. Let me go look at it. No, we're not gonna do that yet. I said we got a new one.
Where do I check my bonuses that I got? Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh my goodness, look at the little picture because we finished it. Get that bastard out of the shot! Did you notice that there are two different skin tones? What? He is so much lighter than him. This art is really fucking good. This art is really fucking good. Oh my goodness. I'm having such a mix of emotions. He pissed me off when I saw him, but it's okay. Look at that! Like, they are not the same skin tone at all. Trucy and Apollo beside each other is low-key funny as fuck. Like, she really had him and was like, oh, you look more like your dad. And then she was like, next time that's not gonna happen. Because she did not get a drop of that melanin, black hair, eye color, nothing. She was like, I'm gonna get my lick back next kid, trust. Like, that's crazy. Took all her mom's genes, literally. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This was such a fun fucking game. That is crazy. Oh my god, we're finally gonna meet her, because I've seen her everywhere. I don't have a clue who she is. Don't even say her name in the chat. Don't even say her name in the chat. Oh my god. This was such a crazy good game. I'm not gonna lie. Oops, I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna look. Yo, why are we fucked up? Okay. Costumes! Let me not click on that because I'm gonna get spoiled. I'm gonna get spoiled if I looked at costumes. I want to look at costumes. Did we unlock costumes? Will it be a spoiler if I look? I think it will. Let me... Return to the title screen. Everyone, this is gonna be the end of my stream for now. That was so awesome, everyone. Thank you for joining in. Oh my gosh. Bye! Bye-bye! Have a good day, everybody. Bye!